Hello, I'm Asif Farouk of Finextra and we're here at EBAday 2015 in Amsterdam. And today I'm with Vincent Brennan of the Bank of Ireland and Chairman of the EBA Working Group. So, Vincent, thank you firstly for joining me.
Welcome.
The EBA Working Group has just issued 2 new papers on EBAday this year. What is the focus of those papers?
So let me start by explaining the purpose of the work group. It was set up 2 years ago or so to help the board in the first instance, and then our members understand or get a sense of the developments taking place in E&M commerce and what are both the opportunities and implications of those developments. So last year for EBAday we published 2 papers, one on the opportunity in the e-identity space and the second looking at the user requirements for what we call electronic alternative payments, or the new innovators, the new players in the marketplace. So this year we followed on with 2 papers. The first focuses on where's the opportunity in delivering what we have called a digital customer services interface layer towards making those various propositions interoperable so that they can have much better reach and impact for customers, and banks themselves can then play in that space. And the second paper then is on the topic of cryptotechnology. So it's an information paper, almost like an introductory guide to help our members debunk a lot of the mystique of cryptocurrencies and cryptotechnology and really help them to understand where the opportunities lie in that technology for banks and payments going forward.
Why should the industry look towards the delivery of that interface?
So maybe to answer the question by looking backward first. So, pretty much every EBAday up until this year has focused on the delivery of SEPA. And in the delivery of SEPA, what we've managed to achieve is reach for payments right across Europe. So now payments can flow between banks and for customers pretty much between every bank. But what banks haven't done and what the alternative payment providers have managed to do is hit that spot, which is the convenience and the user experience that the other payment providers have done. However, their challenge is each proposition is very attractive, but it doesn't interconnect, it doesn't have the reach that SEPA has. So our interface is exactly that interface between the SEPA reach that we've created and those payment propositions, and in fact encouraging banks that by creating the interface they too can be providers of interesting and profitable and attractive propositions in that e-commerce space.
Great. Okay, so lastly, what do you see as the potential for crypto technologies in the payments and transaction banking sectors?
Yeah, so if we strip away the mystique of crypto technology and cryptocurrency and even ignore all the debate around whether there are regulatory or AML challenges around cryptocurrencies, and just focus on the underlying technical capability and this idea that instead of having a centralized ledger in banks or in big entities, that the ledger can be shared across the network but protected by private keys. And if you look into it in terms of doing that between parties that trust one another, then you start to look at, well, that's quite interesting, and how could that be applied in areas like foreign exchange remittances, indeed in faster payments, and into some of the non-traditional payment areas such as collateral management in terms of trust and other areas like that. So we see it as a technology which, while relatively novel and new, is one that if you look out 2 years, 5 years, 10 years will be really important for banks, and now is the time to start understanding it and looking at what its opportunity could be.